So I'm here with Victor, and even though we've done a lot of things on Clubhouse and audio, it's our first time to meet in person. So it's nice to see you. Introduce yourself for anybody who doesn't know you, although I don't think you need an introduction.
Hello, friends. This is Victor Leamer. I am currently the senior buyer with Spokane County. About 34 years of public procurement experience. 30 years of that was with the state of Alaska.
So we're here in Oregon for the Region 8 event. You're out of Washington. Does Washington also not know how May is supposed to work?
In the sense of weather and travel conditions?
In the sense of light snow for 3 days?
Well, being from Alaska, it was like a fresh summer day to me, seeing the snow come down.
Well, it's in the 90s in Austin, so I'm taking it as a small respite. So, yeah, it is nice to have people from all the different areas, and I definitely saw people from Idaho and Washington, and so it was great. So, you spoke yesterday, and you were going through the Iron Age and the Dark Age of procurement ancestry. So, maybe just talk a little bit about what you were talking about.
It's a really fascinating subject, and when I began to research on how much history there is in procurement, and then realized I had 45 minutes, I had to hit just the highlights. And we go back to 3000 BC with Syria and Egypt, with logistics and supply management and contracts, realizing this stuff has been around for a long time. And then when America formed in the late 1770s, our forefathers had such foresight in regards to advertising being fair and open and transparent, and weaving that into our system, that as industry and technology increased, also increased the possibility of fraud and people trying to steal, and then more rules and creativity on the part of procurement law came into being.
Yeah, there's a speech that I used to give that I need to pull back up and look back through again, where I talked about the Pony Express and how the Pony Express in the States was one of the first, sort of big documented kind of outsourcing activities, right? Because we had to get things to a lot of places and the government didn't have the full reach. So, I mean, what kind of topics what's the themes you were trying to draw out of your presentation?
There was I also talked about, like you mentioned, the prehistoric ages: stone, iron, and copper, and how those attitudes of those prehistoric still exist in our offices. We still work with cavemen. We still work with those individuals that say we've always done it that way, like in the early industry where there was standardization and only one nail that you could buy, not a lot of variety. And then technology changes, and I had a symbol of a flashing VCR flashing 12, where people are still afraid of technology. So we have those attitudes in our offices today, and how do we reach out as procurement, not to tell them you got to do it this way, but to network and find out from their perspective their needs, their goals, their mission, and then be able to, once you understand them, speak procurement to them.
I think you and I talked about Boston and the Forum, and I believe you're speaking there. Are you talking about this or something different at Forum?
I have three main presentations and then three other presentations that I'm assisting. The three main are dealing around RFPs, and that's my passion for presenting. But then interesting is a legal presentation called "Here Comes the Judge," where we role play a court decision that affects procurement. But the one that I'm really excited about involved a shooting in an office of which 7 people died, and the presenter who will be speaking on that was there that day it happened, and she'll be speaking on how procurement needs to be prepared for these type of things. It's a tough subject, but it is very brave of this person to come forward and talk about lessons learned, and just helping her present is going to be huge. So that I'm really excited about.
That's excellent. Well, it was really nice to see you. I'm actually going to start heading to the airport and look forward to seeing you in Boston in a couple of months.
And enjoy the crisp air on your drive, and look forward to your triple digits temperatures.
Well, at least I can play tennis in it, right? So, okay, thanks, Victor. Hi, it's Dustin Leamer. Thanks for listening. Please find me on LinkedIn for original public sector operations content every week. And please reach out to me if I and my team of procurement professionals at Civic Initiatives can help you be a public procurement change agent.